The Science of Biology, Chapter 1 review. So what is science? Science is derived from the Latin word scientia, which means knowledge. Science is an organized way of gathering and analyzing evidence gathered about the natural world. Remember, we said we were talking only about the natural. So what kinds of understandings does science contribute about the natural world? Well, science provides explanations for events in the natural world and understanding of patterns in nature and predictions about natural events. So, do you think that scientists will ever run out of things to study? Well, every study raises new questions, and as technology improves, there will be new ways to investigate things. So what does scientific methodology involve? Well, first of all, you have your observations, you're asking questions, then you have your inferring and hypothesizing. That's like your educated guess or what you think will happen, designing controlled experiments, collecting and analyzing data, and drawing conclusions. So why are hypotheses so important to controlled experiments? Well, they're testable explanations for a set of observations. And you must have a control group, an independent variable, and a dependent variable. And we talked about all of those in depth in class. And the attitudes that lead scientists to explore and to discover, well, you have to be curious, so there's curiosity. You also have to be a skeptic and not just believe everything that comes along, so there's skepticism, open-mindedness. You've got to be neutral, you have to just look at the facts, and creativity. So what does it mean to describe a scientist as a skeptic? Well, he or she questions all existing ideas and hypotheses. And why would skepticism be an important quality in a scientist? Well, it is an important quality because you should refuse to accept explanations without evidence. And what is peer review? The process by which scientific papers are reviewed by anonymous, independent experts. This is peer review. And what is a scientific theory? Well, it's a well-tested explanation that unifies observations and hypotheses, and it enables scientists to make accurate predictions. Accurate predictions. Remember, that's key, predictions. And some of the characteristics that define life. Well, living things are made up of one or more basic units called cells. We talked about something being made of a single unit would be like a bacteria. Multicellular units, multicellular organisms could be like plants, animals, fungus. And another characteristic that defines life, it's based on the universal genetic code. We're talking about DNA there. We obtain and use material and energy. We grow and develop. We reproduce. We respond to their environment, and we maintain a stable internal environment. So as a group, it will change over time. So this is where we were talking about where something will adapt. This is the type of evolution that we're talking about, where something in like a mutation may cause something to adapt where other things will die off. And that's a beautiful picture from the National Audubon Society. So what are the themes in biology that come up again and again? You've got the cellular basis of life, homeostasis, information and heredity, evolution, interdependence in nature, matter and energy, structure and function, science as a way of knowing, growth, development and reproduction, and unity and diversity of life. So what levels do biologists study life? Well, biologists study from the very tiniest of molecules all the way up to the entire planet. They study every level. And why do scientists use a common system of measurement? Well, they need to be able to replicate each other's work. So many experiments involve quantitative data. So if a scientist did not use a common system of measurements, they could inadvertently mix the wrong quantity of chemicals, which could potentially be dangerous. These are the key topics from your book, Miller and Levine Biology. Key concepts.